Welcome back to the Ukulele Club channel. I'm Kalani, your teacher, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use a clip-on tuner to tune your ukulele. And I've got a soprano ukulele. Let's get started. I'm going to show you the overhead view and get my ukulele into the view so you can see it. You can see I'm using a snark tuner. There we go. And it's a clip-on tuner, so it has a little clip like this, and I'm just clipping it on the end of the head, and then I'm going to arrange the viewer so I can see it, and right now I'm arranging it more so you can see it. And you can see that when I pluck a string, the name of the string comes up here, or the name of the note. It may not be the same as the string. Hopefully that's what we're going for. But here it's playing a G. If I use the tuner to lower the pitch or raise it, you can see the effect. But we're going to go through all the strings, and I'm going to show you not only which strings to tune to what notes, but how to use the mechanical tuners and some features on the tuner, although your tuners are going to vary, right? So they're not all having the same features as this one. But let's start with the basics. So from the top down, our strings are numbered 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Just like floors of a building. So let's start at the top on the G string, and I'm going to go ahead and lower it a little bit. Now in general, we want to tune up into the note. In general, there's a couple little exceptions to that, and I'll talk about that in a second. So you can see the view, and you can even see that it seems to be registering with my voice right now, maybe because I'm holding it on my chest and it's set to vibration mode. So it's picking up vibrations from all around. Here's the string. And you can see that it's kind of F sharp, sharp, F sharp, low G. So if I see that it's over here, it means that it's flat and it needs to come up in pitch. So anything on the left side of the center point, which is here, right? Anything happening over here is flat. That means I need to turn the tuner and raise the pitch. So you just tune it and you find the one that is raising the pitch. Now typically, if your strings are stringed the proper way, if you turn the tuner, I'm in a tongue twister tuning tuner right now. If you twist the tuner counterclockwise, it's going to raise the pitch of the string. Now see, right about there, I just went a little too far, but right, we're looking for that turquoise line, or whatever, let's just call it the center line because they're different colors on different tuners. And you may have an app on your smartphone, you know, there's all sorts of different graphics, but in this case, it's a turquoise line. So that's what I'm looking for, and that's perfect. If I go too far, now I'm on the right side, I'm past the note, and we call this sharp or high. And in that case, I'm going to lower it back down below the note and then come back up to the note. And we're back on G. And you may notice on your tuner that when you pluck a note, it doesn't just go right to the pitch and stay there. Sometimes there's a flutter. Usually what happens is when you pluck a string, the first note that you're going to hear is a little sharp, and then it flattens out. And that's probably because you've just plucked it. It's got a lot of vibration, and so the pitch is going to be higher because you're actually tensioning the string more. And then it relaxes into the note and it goes flat a little, just a couple cents. And a cent is, of course, 1/100th of a semitone. All right, so that's that. If I go a little sharp, let's say I go a tiny bit sharp, and here's that exception to the rule I talked about earlier. If you go a tiny bit sharp, sometimes you can lower the pitch just the right amount by grabbing the string in the middle or somewhere close to the center and pinching the string and just pulling on it a little bit. I'm pulling out, and I'm stretching that string a little tiny bit. And then sometimes, not this time, but sometimes it'll flatten that string just enough so it'll be right on pitch. But that didn't happen in this case, so I'm gonna go ahead and lower it. And then I'm gonna sneak right back up to the note. And that's close, all right? And then you just repeat. And the next string down, number 3 string, is the C string. And then the E string is a number 2 string. So I don't have to tune these much, they're already in tune pretty much. A string is a number 1 string, bottom string. See, it's not really quite staying, it's a little tiny bit flat, so I'm gonna give it a little turn. Now, your bottom 2 strings, which are the bottom 2 tuners, your E and the A, those you're gonna feel turning clockwise, obviously, because they're flipped from here. The top ones you go counterclockwise to raise the pitch, bottom tuners clockwise from your perspective, looking, from the top down. If your ukulele strings are not strung in the traditional manner, which means the traditional manner is from the nut, the strings go towards the inside of the tuner and then they wrap around this way. All right, you see here, I'll move the tuner. See, both of these strings here, the number 2 and number 3 strings are going towards the inside, wrapping around this way. Same with this number 1 string, it goes here, it goes to the inside. Number 4 string goes to the inside. So if you follow that rule, you'll find that what I told you about counterclockwise and clockwise tuning from your perspective will be the case. Look at your ukulele. Sometimes, people change 1 string and they might wrap it the other way, and then it's a little confusing. So as much as you can, stick with the standard. If you're changing your strings, or if you get an ukulele from somebody else, just take a look. You'll find out soon enough because, like I said, we're used to turning counterclockwise to raise the pitch on the top 2. If it starts going flat when you tune it, when you turn it that way, then obviously the string is strung in the opposite direction. It's okay. Most ukuleles are made to have the strings run to the inside of the tuners and wrap around that way, but it'll work the other way. All right, so this has been how to tune your ukulele using a tuner. And like I said, there's smartphone apps, there's clip-on tuners, there's tuners that you just set out and they listen to the sound, all sorts of different tuners, but they all work the same way pretty much, and they will all get the job done. Now in another video, I'm going to show you how you can tune your ukulele to itself, meaning if you don't have a tuner and you're not around any other instruments, let's say you're at the beach or you're on a camping trip, or you're in the car on a road trip and you want to play your ukulele, you can tune it to itself. So it would be what we call enharmonically tuned. You're just tuning it to itself. It doesn't mean it's necessarily to the standard pitch, which is A440. It might be higher or lower than that, but at least it'll be in tune to itself. So when you play it, it'll sound good. It'll sound in tune. So I'll show you that in another video. Look for that one. In the meantime, happy ukulele playing, everyone. I'm Kalani. Thanks for tuning in to Ukulele Club. I'll see you soon.